Hi everybody, it's Juliet here, here with another video. This is a little bonus video that I hadn't planned on making, but I just thought this was such a pretty project that I had to make it for you. Please excuse my voice. I'm still getting over, I've been coughing all week and I'm over the cough, but I am still croaky, so bear with me. I will try my best. So this earring is made using materials out of the Potomac Beads treasure box for November. So if you are a treasure box subscriber, you will have a lot of these materials. So these really cool beads that came in the treasure box, we're going to be using 2 of those, 1 for each earring. If you don't have these beads, I don't know if they're available to purchase on the Potomac Beads website, but you can get away with probably an 8mm bicone. I haven't actually tried it, but this is 8mm long, so I'm assuming because it's a bicone shape, you can probably use an 8mm bicone. You're going to need some 4mm bicones, and these again came in the treasure box, and they are light rose AB 4mm. You will need some 3mm pearls. Again, these came in the box. You will need some 11/0 seed beads and some 15/0 seed beads. So my 11/0s are Miyuki 1901. My 15/0s, this is my favorite color of 15/0s, by the way, is 1881. They're a silver gold luster, and they just go with everything. It's kind of a gentle metallic. It's not actually a metallic. They're kind of clear, but it's just one of my favorite 15/0s. So I always have a bunch of these in stock. And then you'll need some kind of drop. These came with the treasure box. We got a little selection, so I'm using these lighter pink ones. So if you don't have this, you can use any kind of drop, okay? And then obviously you'll need an earring wire. I am not, I just feel like this earring is so beautiful. I'm probably going to switch to a fancier earring, but this was just what I stuck on for now, just to show you the video. I've been rearranging all my beads recently, but I haven't yet rearranged all my findings, so everything is chaos in my like earrings and all that stuff. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so I've threaded my needle. I've got about 2.5 feet, which is about 75 centimeters. Today I'm using this Inozu Sonoko thread because that's what I used on this one, and I need them to match. But if you don't have this, Fireline is fine. And actually, I would probably recommend Fireline because this is a little bit slippery for this project. So yeah, 6-pound Fireline would be okay as well. Okay, so if you have Fireline 6-pound, and like I said, you'll need about 2.5 feet. Okay, so pull your thread down. You're going to leave about a 4-inch tail, just enough to weave in at the end. And then you're going to pick up your bicone, your big bicone, your 8mm bicone. Or if you have the treasure box, your faceted bicone. Push it down, you know, leaving your tail. You're going to pick up 2 of your pearls, 1 11/0, and 2 more pearls. So we have 2 pearls, 11/0, 2 pearls. Go up through the bottom of your bicone to make a loop around it like this. Okay, now flip it over and repeat on the other side. So we now have this. Now we're going to pass through two pearls. Skip the 11-0 and go through the next two pearls. And make sure that the 11-0 pops to the outside of your thread. You may need to kind of argue with it a little bit like I am. Okay, so you want to pull it so that it forms a kind of peak like that, okay? Now we're going to pick up 3 of our 11-0s and we're going to go down the next 2 pearls. Okay. So we now have 3 11-0s at the top. And this side is getting loose because my tail is loose at the moment. But we'll, that's why I kind of recommend the Fireline, just because it holds its shape a little bit better. Just keep pulling on that tail. And then, like we did on the other side, we're going to skip that 11-0 and just pass up the next 2 pearls. And make sure that that 11-0 pops outside to make a point. Okay. Now pick up 3 15-0s, sorry, 3 11-0s. My brain today. And go down your 2 pearls again. Okay, so we have this. Enter into the 11-0. Okay, so we have this. I'm just going to turn it over so that my tail's on the back. So I'm coming out at the bottom here, so just turn yours so that yours is facing the same way as mine. Then we're going to pick up a bicone, an 11, a bicone, and an 11. We're going to skip into this very first 11-0 that's just after our pearls. Then we're going to skip the next 11-0 and go into the one after that. And just like we did on the outside, we want to pop that middle 11-0 upwards and kind of pull nice and tight. Okay. So now we're going to pick up an 11-0, a bicone, an 11-0, and a bicone. So 11, bicone, 11, bicone. We're going to go down into the 11 that's between our pearls on this side. Now we're going to pick up bicone, 11, bicone, 11. I'm going to go down into the first 11 after the pearls. Now we're going to skip the next 11 and we're going to go into the one after that. And again, try and pop that 11 up above the other 2. Now we're going to pick up an 11, a bicone, an 11, a bicone, and we're going to pop right down into our 11 that's waiting for us. So we now have this. So now we're going to continue forward through the bicone. We're going to skip this 11 at the corner and we're going to go through the next bicone. And just like you probably suspected, we're going to pop him up above, try and get him to to stick out. It can be a little bit tricky right here to get him to stick out, but what you want is the two bicones to pull together like this. See how they've pulled together and he's sticking out like on the corner? That's what you want. Once you've done that, you're going to enter into your 11-0. You're going to pick up a pearl, an 11, and a pearl. And you're going to go into your 11 and the next bicone. Okay, so we have this. Now you're going to again skip this 11 and go straight down into the bicone and the 11 that's down below underneath. And try and again get this 11 to pop out. So you might need to kind of manipulate it a little bit to get it to sit the way you want it to. And keep fiddling with it until you get that nice sharp corner like we have on the other side. So like that, okay? Now we're just going to keep repeating. So pass on through the next bicone. Again, skipping that 11, getting that nice sharp corner. Pass through the bicone and the first 11. Okay. And then we're going to pick up our pearl, our 11 and our pearl, go into the 11, the next bicone, and this is our last corner that we need to pop out, so go ahead, skip that 11 and head into the bicone and the next 11 and get that corner to pop out. Okay, so we've now popped out all of our corners and this is our base layer is completed. So now we're going to go back in and embellish on the top. So make your way through the next bicone, through the 11 and the next bicone, and through the 11 that's right here, plus the next two 11s. So you want to go through the one that's kind of poking up in the middle, okay? Now we're going to pick up two of our 15-0s. And we're coming out like the bottom here. So I'm going to go into the top of this 11. And I want these 15-0s to just sit on the top. Okay. Now I'm going to go down the first 15-0 that's closest to the 11 that I'm coming out of, heading towards the middle. So just go into that one 15-0. Pick up another 15-0 and go into that middle 11-0 of the lower group of three, okay? All right. Now you can move into the next 11-0. And I'm going to go through Sorry, my thread got caught on my bead there. Here we go. I'm going to go through all of these bicones on this side until I'm exiting from this 11-0 here, just to reinforce where the crystals are. So just go through all the bicones and the 11s. And when you get down to the end, go through the first two, go through the end 11 plus the next two, so you're exiting from the middle one, which should be, that's my tail, by the way. Just ignore that. This should be kind of standing up. Mine sank down. So you should be coming out the middle of this group of 3. Okay. Again, we're going to pick up our 2 15-0s, and I'm coming out of this side, so I want to go in from the same side. There's my 15-0s. Now I'm going to go down just the first 15-0. And I'm going to pick up one more 15-0. And then I'm going to head back into that middle 11-0. And just take a minute, make sure that this should be forming a little triangle of beads. So you should have, see here, you've got like 1, 2, 3. You should have the same on this side, 1, 2, 3. Little triangle. I hope you can see that. These beads are so small. Okay. So once you've done that, go ahead, pass down through the next 11-0. And then go down through the middle of your core bead right here. Okay, so just pop down the middle of it. Okay. I need to just figure out what's happened with my tail here, because it should be coming out of the core bead. Oh, there we are. Okay. Oh, no, that's not it. Okay. Ignore my tail. Okay. All right, so we're coming out of the core bead. We're now going to pick up 4 of our 15-0s, sorry. Sorry, guys. 4 15-0s, 1 11-0, and 4 15-0s. So you should have 4, 1, and 4. And you're going to go into the other side of that core bead, and it's just going to sit like on one side of it like this. Okay. Now we're going to repeat. So go ahead, pick up 4 15-0s, 1 11-0, and 4 15-0s. And go ahead and go through it again. So I'm coming out the top, I'm going into the bottom. So I'm just drawing a little line on each side of that core, okay? All right, now I'm going to go through, it doesn't matter which side, I'm going to go through the 4 15 O's and the 11 O on one side. So just go down those beads. I'm going to pick up 2 11 O's. Sorry, my goodness, what is wrong with me today? 2 15 O's. I'm going to go, so I'm coming out, heading downward. I'm going to go upward into the 11 O that is between the bicones. Okay. So just like this. Then I'm going to pick up 2 more of my 15 O's. 2 more. And I'm going to go down because I'm coming out the top. So I'm going down into the 11 O and the next 4 15 O's. Okay. Then I'm going to pick up a pearl. And I'm going to go up the next 4 15 O's plus the 11 O on the other side. Okay. And don't worry if this is kind of loose or sitting up weird. We're going to fix that down in a minute. Oops. Okay, so we're coming out from our 11 O on this side, so we need to pick up our 2 15 O's. And I'm coming out the bottom, so I'm going to go into the bottom of the 11 O between the 4 bicones. Okay. And then pick up 2 more. Go down into that 11 O plus your 4 15 O's. Okay. And then add your pearl. So you're going to go all the way through the 11 O's, so the 15 O's, the 11 O, and the 15 O's again, and your pearl on the other side. Okay. Okay, so I'm now coming out from my pearl on my right hand side. So look for your 3, you have a little group of 3 15 O's at the very top of your unit, and go up through the right hand side. I'm coming out the right hand side, so go up through the right hand of those 3. Okay, and then we're not going to go into the top one, we're going straight down through the bottom left hand side one. So we came up and then we're going down. Okay, and just be careful not to get your thread looped over that that top 15 O. Try and make sure that the thread goes underneath. Okay, so it should just be going through the 2 bottom 15 O's. And then we're going to go into our pearl on this side. And that should kind of sit it nicely in the unit. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So go through all those 15 O's and your 11 O. Okay. And when you get to the other side, you can go through that pearl. So I'm coming out the right hand side, so I'm going to go up into the right hand 15 O of that group of 3. I'm going to go down the left 15 O, just skipping entirely that top one. And just make sure that your thread sits down between those two, and then go through your pearl. Okay, so that should feel pretty sturdy now, okay? So go ahead, we're going to take a little shortcut through our core bead. And you can flip over to the back now if you want. Just make sure that that thread does hide. Okay, so I'm going to work on the back just so that you can see where I'm going now. Okay. So I need to get till I'm coming out from this pearl right here, okay? So I'm going to go up through this left hand 11-0. So not the middle one, just one of the side ones, okay? And then I'm just going to jump straight into that pearl. And this is on the back, so you won't see any threads. Everything's pretty well covered on the front, okay? So now we're going to pick up 4 of our 15-0s. We're going to pick up our drop. All right, so yeah, we're going to go down our drop. And then we're going to pick up 1 more 15-0. So push all of that down. Then you're going to skip the 15-0 and go back down the drop and the first 15-0 after the drop. Just the first one. Okay, so just one. And when you pull that, your drop will be on, and then you pick up 3 more of your 15-0s, and you head right back down into that pearl on the other side. Okay, so your drop should now be attached. So this is what it looks like on the front. Okay. Now we're going to work our way up till we get out of the top 11-0. So you can just jump through the first 11-0 that's kind of below that pearl, going towards the middle, and then jump up through your core bead. Okay, it's a little shortcut. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to go into one of our side 11-0s right here, okay? And then we're going to pop up through that 3mm pearl and into our 11-0 at the top of our unit, okay? Then we're going to pick up 5 of our 15-0s. And we're going to go through the 11-0 on the top again. And you're going to pass up through the first 15-0. So you've made a little loop. Go up through the first one, pick up another 15-0. Go up through the second 15-0. So on that side, I'm going up through the second. Then we're going to skip the third, and we're going to go down into the fourth. And again, make sure that that top 15-0 pops up. So you've skipped, you've gone through the first, you've added one, gone through the second, you've gone through the fourth. So this one should be popped up. And then add one more and go through the fifth. go through that 11-0. If you want, you can reinforce. It feels pretty sturdy to me, so I'm not going to. And then all we have to do is just tie off our ends. And the easiest way to do this is go through the pearl and the 11-0 and the bicone to where your little corner turn is right here. And then you can just tie a knot right in that gap. And then what I do is I go down to the next junction like that. Oop. My needle unthreaded. Anyway, so go ahead, tie another knot and then wind it in. And then the same thing with your tail. You can just wind it through and tie a knot. So I will do that and I will come back in a second. Okay, so I got all of my ends tied in and I'm just gonna put on my earring wire. So remember to go backwards through the front for it to be the right way around. And then you can close that off. Okay, and there you have it. I know it's a little bit more of a classic look, and I haven't done any classic earrings for a while. You know, recently I've done all these cute little things, and I miss doing this. So here you are. I hope you like them, and I hope you make them. And, you know, very simple materials, you know, 3mm pearls, 15-0s, 11-0s, 4mm bicones, you know, drop and a 8mm. I mean, hopefully you could maybe even do like a large fire polish bead there. I don't know, but and if you are a subscriber to the Potomac box, this is a great little project for you to use up some of your beads. And if you aren't a subscriber but you're interested in becoming a subscriber to the box, I will put the link for more information down below so you can click on that. And I hope you make these, and I hope you have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video, which will be coming very soon. Thanks, guys. Bye for now.